Hey guys, this is Tom Nickley with the Nickley Group. Thanks for taking a couple minutes to watch this video. Today I'm going to answer a question that we have historically always heard, but we're hearing more now than ever. And that question is now the best time to buy a house, or should I wait until after the market cools down? Or should I wait until after the new year? This is obviously a very valid question, and one of the things that's really driving that question is the competitiveness in the market. Multiple offers, the super competitiveness, the lack of inventory of homes for sale, the abundance of competition to buy those homes. So people are wondering, is this the market to buy a house? Are prices too high? Are prices driven up? Or should I wait? I will tell you, my opinion is more so than ever, right now, today is the best time to buy a house. And there's two reasons why I believe that.
I want questions answered.
First is that the increase in interest rates is inevitable. Interest rates have been at an all-time low for the last couple of years. We've been at 3% or less, which is historically and ridiculously low for interest rates. Those interest rates have made houses more affordable. It's made mortgages cheaper. The cost of borrowing money is cheaper, so it's one of the things that's been driving the market. Well, it's inevitable that interest rates are going to be increasing here in the near future. The Fed has been purchasing bonds, trillions of dollars in bonds since the beginning of the pandemic. They just announced yesterday that they're going to start tapering off the purchasing of those bonds, and by mid next year, they're going to be done purchasing bonds. Well, those bond purchases has been one of the main factors that have kept interest rates so low. When they start tapering and when they stop purchasing bonds, then directly correlated to that is going to be the rise in interest rates. Guys, interest rates and the cost to borrow money directly affect how much you're paying for a home.
What?
Let me make it real simple. A 1% increase in interest rates correlates to a 10% increase in your interest payment, or on the flip side, a 10% less affordability in the home that you can buy. And that could be a double whammy. Let me give you an example. If you are approved for a 3%, a mortgage at 3% interest, and your payment on that mortgage is $3,000, when interest rates increase from 3% to 4%, the cost of that mortgage is going to go up by 10%. So now that 3% mortgage at a $3,000 payment, when that interest rate increases to 4%, that payment now becomes 10% more, and that $3,000 mortgage payment becomes a $3,300 mortgage payment. 10% increase in payment with a 1% increase in mortgage interest rates. The other effect that can have is if you're approved for a $400,000 home at a 3% interest rate and interest rates increase to 4%, you may now qualify for 10% less of a home value. So now at 3%, you're approved at $400,000. If interest rates increase to 4%, your approval can go down by 10%, which would be $40,000. So now that $400,000 pre-approval becomes a $360,000 pre-approval. So it can have two different effects. It can increase your payment by 10%, but at the same time, it can lower the price of home that you can afford by 10%. So obviously locking in at those super low interest rates at these historical low rates is going to increase your purchasing power. The second thing that's inevitable is the increase in prices of homes over the next 12 months. Guys, we have seen a historic increase of prices over the last year. Prices in our market have increased by 18% since this time of last year. That's got a lot of people questioning, are prices too high? Are homes overvalued? Well, the consensus in the industry is that values are going to continue to increase through the end of 2022. Guys, the demand for housing right now, the demand that's driving this market and the low inventory is not going to be solved overnight. It's going to be something that carries into next year that is a driver in the increase of values and prices of homes. Now, while we've seen an 18% increase in values of year over year, Many experts in the industry are expecting and are predicting that we're going to see a 12 to 14% increase in home values next year. So you buy a house right now and that house is $400,000. If the value of that home increases or the price of that home increases in 12 months by 12%, that $400,000 house is now going to increase in value and price by almost $50,000. So if you buy now and you lock in that price at $400,000, you're going to benefit from the appreciation and the value that you bought. If you don't buy on the flip side, now that home that you could buy for $400,000 right now could be $450,000 by this time next year. So guys, understand that it's a double whammy. With prices increasing, with interest rates increasing, the cost of home, the cost of mortgage, the cost of money, the amount of home that you can afford to buy, your purchasing power can decrease. So right now, more so than ever, is a wonderful time to buy. Guys, it's also the last couple months of the year. You're gonna see less competition now than you're gonna see in the beginning of the year, than you're gonna see in the spring months. I believe now is the best time to purchase. It is a perfect storm, low interest rates, increasing values, lock in while you can. Guys, if you are thinking about buying or selling a home, if you have any questions about the market, increase in property values, interest rates, anything we talked about in this video or anything at all, please reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a message. We'd love to answer any questions you have. We'd love to help you in the home buying or selling process. We just want to be here for a resource, and please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks again for watching the video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.